He's a great coach so far. It's been amazing vibes in the facility so far. So I feel like it's up the vibes from what it was last year from what I've heard.
I went to one of your Sierra games.
So JJ Redick, a great coach, huh? According to none other than Bronny James, the vibes have been amazing under Redick's regime. Now, hold on a second. JJ Redick, a guy who spent more time talking about basketball on his podcast than coaching at any level, is suddenly a master of creating good vibes. Sure, the man's got an impeccable shooting stroke, but does that translate to handling an entire team? Really? Vibes are enough to make someone a great coach? Let's not forget, we've been here before. The NBA's had its fair share of former players stepping into coaching roles with mixed results. Sure, you've got your Steve Kerrs and Doc Rivers of the world, but for every Kerr, there's a Jason Kidd or a Derek Fisher, both of whom learned the hard way that playing the game and coaching it are two entirely different beasts. Are we really ready to say that Redick, who's barely cut his teeth as a coach, has already got it figured out because of, what, vibesies? That's the bar we're setting now? Bronny says Redick's coaching has upped the vibes compared to last year. Vibes, that's what we're basing success on now? Forget strategy, leadership, or player development. It's all about how the vibes feel. But let me tell you something. Vibes don't win championships. Hard-nosed coaching, tactical brilliance, and the ability to manage superstar egos do. Last time I checked, Redick hasn't proven any of that. Could this just be Bronny hyping up Redick because he's the new guy and saying what we all want to hear? It's not like the Lakers' facility hasn't had its fair share of drama and discontent. Remember the whispers last year? The LeBron effect? People saying the locker room was fractured, said the chemistry was off? And suddenly, Redick swoops in with his great vibes and fixes it all overnight? Sounds too good to be true, doesn't it? Here's a thought. Maybe this isn't about Redick at all. Maybe it's about a narrative. The NBA loves its stories. A former player, an articulate, media-savvy guy, comes in and magically becomes a great coach based on vibes alone. It's the perfect headline. But let's see how the so-called vibes hold up when the losses start piling up, when tensions flare in the locker room, or when Bronny doesn't get his minutes. Will those amazing vibes still be enough then? But hey, I'm sure Bronny's got it all figured out. After all, who needs proven coaching experience when you've got great vibes, right? Redick must be a genius. Let's check back in 6 months when the honeymoon phase is over, and we'll see if the IB is still passed for greatness. Until then, folks, keep chasing those vibes.